Okay, let's talk about what might just be the biggest shakeup in search since, well, Google itself. We are in the middle of a massive shift from optimizing for search engines to optimizing for answer engines.
And that brings us to a really important question because the stakes here are incredibly high. Is your brand about to become totally invisible online? And I'm not being dramatic here. The way we all find information is changing, like fundamentally. And any brand that doesn't adapt, well, you risk being left in the digital dark.
If you want to get a sense of just how big this revolution is, just look at this number: 400 million. That is how many people use ChatGPT every single week. This isn't some small niche trend for tech nerds. It's a massive migration of people moving away from the classic search pages we've known for decades.
So today we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at the search revolution itself. What's actually happening? Then, we'll get into the new goal, moving from clicks to citations. After that, we'll dive right into the playbook, covering both how to structure your content and how to build authority. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with the new rules of visibility. All right, let's dive in. The first thing we all need to really get our heads around is why the old rulebook for search, you can pretty much toss it out the window. Generative AI is rewriting everything we thought we knew about getting found online. So what's at the heart of this? Well, it's what some are calling a seismic shift. Instead of getting that list of 10 blue links, users now get a direct, chatbot-style summary from tools like Google's AI overviews. And what does that mean for you? Fewer clicks, fewer people visiting your website, and honestly, an existential threat to brands that depend on that traffic. And listen, this is not some far-off sci-fi future we're talking about. SEMrush is already predicting that traffic from these AIs, these large language models, is going to overtake traditional Google search by late 2027. Some companies are already seeing referral traffic from these AI platforms jump by 800% year over year. The revolution isn't coming, it's already here. So, if the mighty click is on its way out, what takes its place? This brings us to a really key point, because the entire goal has changed. The new currency of online visibility isn't getting a click anymore. It's earning a citation. And what's so fascinating is how we as users have changed. We've gone from typing in these short, clunky keywords like best project management software to asking these really complex conversational questions that demand a single, synthesized answer. It's a completely different way of looking for information. And this new world, it demands a totally new strategy, generative engine optimization, or GEO. You see, unlike old school SEO, which was all about climbing the ranks on a results page, GEO is all about creating and structuring your content so that the AI itself uses you as a source for its answer. The game is now about influencing a conversation. So, here's the bottom line. It's no longer about being the number one option in a list of choices. The new goal is to be a fundamental piece of the one single answer the AI gives. You're not just a suggestion anymore. You're actually part of the solution. Okay, that all sounds great, but how do we actually do it? Well, we have to start thinking of ourselves as digital architects. It's not just about what you say anymore, it's about how you build it, how you structure it, so these AI models can easily find, understand, and most importantly, cite your work. One of the most powerful tactics out there right now is something called the answer capsule framework, and it basically flips the old way of writing on its head. Instead of a long, rambling intro, you give the complete, direct answer right at the very top. This makes it incredibly easy for an AI to just grab your key info and present it as the definitive answer. You know, AI models also have their favorite foods, so to speak. They love to consume certain formats because they're just so easy to parse. So you should be thinking about creating super structured content. Things like FAQ pages, how-to guides with clear, numbered steps, comparison tables, and lists with really clear citations. These formats are practically designed to be eaten up by an AI. But look, a perfect structure isn't going to cut it on its own. The AI also has to see your brand as a credible, authoritative source it can trust. It's not just about being clear, it's about being believable. And this is where Google's EEAT framework becomes more important than ever. It stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. AI models are literally programmed to look for these signals to figure out who's credible enough to be cited. You have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you know what you're talking about. And in this AI era, authority goes way, way beyond just backlinks. The algorithms are like smarter detectives now. They're looking at a much wider set of clues. They see when your brand gets mentioned without a link, they notice when you're cited next to your competitors, and they're tracking your presence everywhere: YouTube, LinkedIn, even Reddit. A scattered digital footprint is now a powerful asset. So let's bring this all home. We are standing at a major crossroads where the fundamental rules of being seen online have been completely torn up and rewritten. And the choice is simple, but it's also pretty stark. You either adapt your strategy or you risk becoming invisible to this whole new generation of users. This quote from Matthew Kayola really just nails the new reality perfectly. We have to evolve from being just storytellers into algorithmic knowledge architects. Our content can't just be creative and engaging anymore. It has to be engineered from the ground up to be found and cited by AI. So, what are the big takeaways here? First, the game has changed. Stop chasing clicks and start earning citations. Second, become a content architect. Use things like the answer capsule framework. Third, build that algorithmic trust by proving your expertise all across the web. And finally, update everything all the time. Keep your content fresh because AI absolutely loves recency. And that leaves us with one final thought to take with you. In this new era of search, you have to ask yourself, is your story engineered for citation, or is it in danger of slowly fading into silence? The choice, really, is yours.
Subscribe and visit trueintel.ai for more insights.